Hello, it has been a while. Now, if you have never been to this channel before, my name's Jonathan and I look at tech companies for investors. I try to explain them in as non-technical a way as possible so that you have a better understanding of what you're buying. And I also have a look at the financial information to kind of give you a complete overview. Today, we're going to be having a look at this company, which is called Franklin Wireless Corp, which has the ticker symbol of FKWL. Right now it's trading below $5, which technically means it's a penny stock. This is our website, which I will leave a link in the description down below if you want to go and have a look at them. But they specialize in technologies that utilize 5G and 4G technologies to, do different things. Some of the products are quite obscure, so I'll just kind of give you a quick rundown of what they actually do. They make routers for 5G internet connection at home. They also have this thing called pin track, which is used to track your pets. Other things as well, but yeah, the pet one was quite weird for me. And they also offer devices that allow you to, hotspot. If you've ever used hotspot before, it just allows you to connect to the internet through a particular device that you can move everywhere. Not everywhere, but most places. For the mobile solutions, it's mostly just routers, mobile hotspot, and some LTE home phone connect. They also have something called PinTrack, which is about mobile device management. When you have large organizations, they might have a lot of different devices that need to access secure information, and having this is just a way to kind of manage the security and access to that information, which is still kind of security. They also have their Internet of Things solution, which is just ways in which different things can be connected to the internet to gather data. And for Franklin Wireless, they have things like PinTrack, Pet LTE Tracker, which just allows you to track your pet. The other thing I found quite funny is you can share access to your pet asset with other authorized people like family and friends. I can see that actually being quite a fun game. Just let your dog or cat out into the world and just get all your family and friends to try and track it and see who catches the dog or cat first. It'd be a really good drinking game. They also have a device that you can plug into your car and you essentially low jack your car so you can find your car. That's kind of a quick overview about what the company does. Let's actually have a look at the financial side. Now, I used to use Yahoo Finance all the time when I was looking at stocks, just because it was the one I was familiar with. But MSN Money is actually quite a good tool for just kind of scanning and screening stocks. Over the past day, it's in the red. 5 days, it has dropped down quite a bit. 1 month, it's kind of gradually dropped down. 3 months, it's been dropping down quite a bit. 1 year, it had kind of a high of 25 and now it's down at like $4. 3 years, it's in the green. It's not going in the right direction, but still, I think it did have like a high at some point of around $25. So if you did get it at like this point in like November 2019, you pretty much 10 times your money. 5 years looks about the same. Now, if we actually have a look at their income statement, it has been progressively going up since around 2018. 2018, 2019, it didn't actually make any money. 2020 it did, and 2021 it's done okay so far. Now this is annually. If we look quarterly, it doesn't actually look as good. So the last quarter that is just passed, they did not do well at all, and from about September last year it has been going downhill. Now, because of what they do and the products that they offer, during the corona pandemic, when a lot more people were working from home and a lot more people had to have internet access on the move, like on trains where they could use a device to hotspot their laptop to the internet or their work network, Franklin Wireless was actually in a really good position when this pandemic hit. Not only that, I think during the corona pandemic, a lot more people started buying pets. At one point, the UK government said that you were only allowed out at night if you were out walking your dog. So people started to buy dogs. Then they started to like their dogs, so they wanted to keep track of their dogs, and they used the pin track dog tracker thing. This is just all speculation. It's a random connection I put together. But back to their income. Over the past few months, it's not actually been going that well. Balance sheet, though, actually it's actually been going quite well. I mean, from 2018 to 2019, the total assets to total liabilities was still good. In 2020, they had a big increase in assets, but also a big increase in liabilities. And for 2021, they managed to reduce their liabilities quite a bit while maintaining quite a high level of assets. Quarterly isn't actually that bad either. I mean, they have had a reduction in assets between December of last year and, well, the last quarter that's just been, but they've also had a quite substantial reduction in liabilities. Cash flow from operating in 2020 was quite up, but did reduce in 2021. They also had some cash from financing in 2021. Now, if you actually go onto their website, you will get all of their SEC filings. So looking at their 10K annual report for the last quarter, so ending in June 30th, 2021. So if you look at their fiscal year for ending in June 30th, in terms of their net sales, they more than doubled their net sales compared to the year previous. As they point out here, net sales in North America increased by 109 million or 145.6%. Blah, 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 blah. The increase in net sales in North America resulted primarily from an increased demand for wireless connectivity due to people working and attending school remotely. They have had an increase in the amount of cash that they actually have, going from 28 million to 45, give or take, million. Total assets, though, they have had a reduction, going from 65 million to 57 million. That probably has a lot to do with the fact that their accounts receivable have reduced. So during the pandemic, they got a lot of orders, and now they've just fulfilled those orders. Liabilities, however, this is actually quite nice. They went from, in terms of accounts payable, 42 million to 9 million. And then if we actually have a look at their total liabilities, they have went from 44 million to 11 million, with a nice retained earnings of about 35.7 million. Now, they ended up, for the fiscal year ending June the 30th, with a net income of around 18.4 million, which actually brings the earnings per share to $1.56, which isn't bad considering that the stock price is like $4 per share. Between June 30th, 2020 and June 30th, 2021, they did have an increase in stock by around 1 million or so, going from about 10.6 million to 11.6 million. So my final thoughts on Franklin Wireless Corporation. Well, from a financial side, apart from the fact that its net revenue has went down, which is understandable considering less people are working remotely now than what they were last year, yeah, it's understandable. But when you have a stock that is valued at $4 per share, but an earnings per share of $1.56, that's pretty enticing. Now, in terms of the longevity of the company's earnings, that I can't really guess, because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if more people are going to start working from home again because it's coming into winter and more people are testing positive, or if companies are just going to adopt more of a hybrid working situation or a complete working remotely situation. If that's the case, then Franklin Wireless is in a really good position to profit from all of the chaos and carnage that is caused by Corona, because it has in the past. Corona hit, more people started working from home, Franklin Wireless sales went up, and then as the products have been purchased and the orders are filled, there's a big drop down. It is something I probably would invest in. Not like a life-altering amount of money invest in it, but more of a kind of, it's got a good earnings per share, the idea is good. I may not know what's going to happen with Corona and more people working remotely, but the way things are going, it is a safer bet that companies are going to adopt more of a working remotely kind of environment than they are going to trust governments to allow them to bring their employees back in full time. But please bear in mind that this is all my opinion and it's not meant to come across as investing advice. Please do extensive research before you buy any company and never invest more than you're willing to lose. I do hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate if you hit that like button. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.